Ethan was running dangerously late. He had a career-defining job interview downtown, but when he reached the bus stop, his bus was already pulling away. In a city where being late is a cardinal sin, he knew he couldn't lose this opportunity. Desperate, he waved down a passing taxi. The driver, a man in his late 40s with a sharp smile, pulled over. Ethan jumped in, giving the address. "I'm in a huge rush, man. Please, I can't be late." "Don't worry, buddy," the driver replied, clicking his tongue. "I'll get you there before the clock strikes." As they wove through the heavy morning traffic, Ethan sat in the back, nervously checking his watch and straightening his tie. Suddenly, the driver's phone rang. He put it on speaker. "Hello?" "Yes, sir. Please." The driver's voice suddenly became shaky and loud. "Just give me one more week. You know about my accident last month. I'm doing my best." He paused, his expression turning into one of pure agony. "I have 3 daughters. Where will I go if you evict us? Please, don't take our home." He hung up and began to sob, wiping tears from his eyes as he steered through the lanes. Ethan watched from the back seat, his heart breaking. He had always been a compassionate person, and seeing this man's despair moved him deeply. "Is everything okay?" Ethan asked softly. "The landlord is throwing us out tomorrow," the driver sniffled. "Medical bills took everything I had. I'm just trying to keep my girls fed, but the world is so cruel." Ethan felt a surge of sympathy. He wished he could pay the man's rent, but he promised himself he would do whatever he could once they arrived. When they pulled up to the skyscraper, Ethan reached into his pocket. He only had one $100 bill, money his mother had given him for emergencies. Without a second thought, he handed it to the driver. "Keep the change," Ethan said. "I hope this helps a little. God bless you." Ethan ran inside, leaving the driver staring at the $100 bill. As soon as Ethan disappeared, the driver's tears vanished. He let out a loud, "What a sucker," he whispered to himself. "One sob story and I've made my week's earnings before 10 a.m. I'm going to go grab a steak and call it a day." He pulled over at a nearby diner, feeling like the smartest man in the city. He sat down, ordered a lavish breakfast, and bragged to himself about how easy it was to trick kind-hearted fools. But just as he took his first sip of coffee, a loud, metallic crash echoed from the street. A distracted teenager in a pickup truck had swerved and slammed directly into his parked taxi. The car he relied on for his living, the one he had just used to scam Ethan, was now a mangled heap of scrap metal. The teenager, panicked, sped off before anyone could catch his plates. The driver ran outside. "My car! My livelihood!" But as he stood looking at the wreckage, the memory of his fake tears and Ethan's genuine kindness hit him. The $100 in his pocket wouldn't even cover the towing fee. He realized then that a fast buck made through deception often carries a heavy price. A few hours later, Ethan walked out of the building. He had a massive smile on his face. He punched the air and, yes! He had gotten the job. He reached into his pocket to call a ride home, then remembered his pockets were empty. He didn't have a cent left. But as he looked at the clear blue sky, his smile didn't fade. He started the long walk home, feeling light and at peace. When your intentions are pure and your heart is clean, even an empty pocket feels like a victory. But when you build your life on lies, even a pocket full of money can't save you from the consequences of your soul.